Stadium, better known as the Swamp, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get the game started, and the Gators will put toe to leather and will get started. He'll bring it out. It's dropped. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So Kentucky's offense will get the ball first. Last week was a tape rather than put right in the it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays, and so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get them in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give them a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was two big things. I think one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy turn the page from what happened the last time.
Hey, even those balls that are thrown near the line of scrimmage that are going to the running backs and to the tight ends, those small passes can go for big gains. Great job getting the mitts up in the air and deflecting that football.
Looking for a man. It's Bowling. And as he throws, wide open downfield. Good enough at the 30.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. I'm interested to watch it.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in 06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curse, they had a long list of guys that could really make the quarterback's life difficult. You got to put pressure on the quarterback. You got to do a job on this play.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you could regroup, because this environment is hostile.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and sets this offense nicely. Florida's offense will go to work for the first time today. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an up.
There he goes. He's at the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Gator!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, miss, and you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Brock. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this run. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
This quarterback has to know he's got to get rid of the football quickly. This defense has already shown on film that they'll rush this outside linebacker off the edge and make the count 5. Rush, but with his speed and his flexibility, he's too much for a lot of these offensive linemen to handle.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to win.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll take it on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The give to the back. Guys, let's chat about Florida. They've climbed into the top 10, been through some battles, proving themselves to be one of the best teams in the country. What do you think about their chances of staying there?
Well, they got to keep playing at a high level, and obviously they've had tons of success now to crack into the top 10. I'll tell you, when you get top 10, David, you get everybody's attention.
Yeah, you get everybody's attention, but I hope this team ain't just searching for a top 10. Like, I hope they're trying to be the best team in the country, and you hope the best is still to come for this squad.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy, really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and then the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about...
There he goes! He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. The Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. It's complete on the right side. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. From the gun, looking for a man. Makes the grab. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Sweet cut there. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. And the Wildcats come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Scanning the field, it's Boley. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And it didn't take long early in the game. That's the matchup everybody has their eyes on. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best DBs in the game. They're going to be going toe-to-toe all game long. That time, the defender comes away with an early win in the matchup, but the war is not over. We're going to see many more battles as this game goes on.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've come out red hot already with a 14-3 lead. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Release to the back. Makes the grab on the left. Oh, he's got some space. Pass the tag. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Boley. Here's the pressure. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
The give from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
That's caught. It's Lockett. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Guys, this offense is going to have to find a way to protect this quarterback. He has already been under unbelievable duress early in this game, and they're not going to be able to complete throws if they can't keep him standing up.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lockett.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, he'll take that throw all day.
Wants to throw on third. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Kentucky will be forced to punt. No fair catches here, looking for room. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's going to wind up losing a couple of yards as time expires here in the first quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period will be a second down. Looking to fire. The sure hands, it's Wilson. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got a man. At the 40, there he goes. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Gators can really attack on this second and short. They'll move the tight end. They'll run it from the gun. Creates a little room. Turning it on. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Florida.
Man, we know football gets harder when you start to get the red zone and the field trace. Who needs... Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point gives them a 20. lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Michigan is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Tom Brady should never be counted out of any game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Michigan State. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
This offense has really struggled, and I think one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Trying to move the sticks on third down. To the air, it's Boley. Gonna take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. Looks it in at the 40. Little pressure on the coverage team there. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell because they have gone out. Everybody right now on the same page.
Here comes the option. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at third and long. Trying to pick up a first down. Third and fourth. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. And the Gators decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him. He sends the offense back out onto the field. He really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Rocket.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on him. He's a big part of this offense's success.
Caught behind the line. It's Rocket. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. That's caught. It's Rocket. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Man, that D-tackle has an explosive first step. He shot right out of his stance. He was in the backfield and he was able to make the tackle for the loss.
Looking downfield, it's Bowling. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Picks up a sack, getting the quarterback at the 40. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Yet another punt. Stays loose. He's been busy. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Didn't get anything done. 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. Rhythm there. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Got his man downfield. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Inside the touchdown. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. To waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw, it's Bowling. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the sixth time.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Stands in and takes the hit. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Gets the back moving. Pass. Nice grab in traffic. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. They're setting up the screen. Breaks into the open. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds. Pick up on that one.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
Looking downfield on 1st down. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand up.
They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
All right, defense, it ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
The Gators in a good spot here with 2nd and short. This quarterback part of their running game. And he's brought down after a nice gain. On 1st down from the 13-yard line. On the move, plows through the defense. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. And back to throw, time running short in the half. Flips it out to the back. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. You want to give this guy a chance to get some yards after the catch, but there was nothing there.
Yeah, give the defense credit. You saw their speed rallying to the football on the perimeter.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They'll run for it. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Gainesville. What a fine college football game we've got. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the phases of one, racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to our guys and all those chomping hands there in the swamp.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Kentucky will boot it deep to get the second half underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic than they get on the ground at the 20. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. They'll start this third quarter with a run. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And I think the biggest thing for this young him throughout the season, how do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of...
There he goes. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw on first down. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. Finds a crease at the 20. And he ran away from the... And he'll take it in. If you want to know how to reach this guy, just send his mail to the end zone. That's where he lives.
He definitely is today. And I think the defense has to be getting a little sick and tired, beating him time and time again.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw. It's Bowling. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
With the football, you cannot put the ball on the ground. It doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Pressure coming. Trying to escape and get what a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Kentucky will be forced to punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He takes it at the 45. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Gators setting the offense running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Paul.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play back.
inches. Give to the running back. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They're trying to be physical. Trying to stay on the field.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Single back formation, and they give it to it. And maybe he'll more than that.
And the defense is going to have more plays like that. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with a stop. Maybe get a little momentum here.
Over 100 yards already in this game. So if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today.
Rushes on him. And here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
Pass interference, defense.
This offense needs all the help they can get today, and that pass interference penalty is a much-appreciated lifeline. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got...
That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, loading, playing. 25, it's a nice number.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. Open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The RPO, it's complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws.
And down he goes at the 18.
And everybody in the stadium knew that was going to be a pass, right, guys? I mean, it's 3rd down. You're trailing by so many points right now. And the defense is just smelling blood in the water. They're like sharks out there right now, getting after the quarterback. They've been doing that all game, by the way. And that's a trend that looks like it's just simply going to continue.
Has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
A little too anxious along that offense. offensive line. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Snap in the shotgun. Got it in the middle. It's Brown. They finally get to him.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Wildcat going to give them a different look. Back has it. Grabbed behind the line. It's Jackson. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
Man, you see tight end matchups all over the field, all the time. Find the big fellow, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
And the Gators send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. They'll try to push their lead to the air. It's Bowling. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, maybe off these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive comeback. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Florida. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to push all the way to the end zone.
Looking for blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it. here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here on third down for this offense. To the air, it's Barrett. They'll run the screen. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And away on the field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Yeah. For a couple down to the 33.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this now.
Oh, he's got some space. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Using the quick game. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Right on the money. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really...
As they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Now, honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And he makes the kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Gordon. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Kentucky sends the back out defeat. Drive was a quick 3 and out, and now time is even more of a factor to get something going. Gets it. The 20 after a pickup of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quick release by the QB. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
Back to throw, it's Barrett. Got his man quickly. Turning it on! Try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to...
Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Trying to take it back. He's at the top, and he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Gator! The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Still jumping these throws, and he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
Lining up to add another. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Let's go to the studio now.
One of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Michigan is currently trailing in this one, but if history has taught us anything over the years, it's that closing out the maize and blue inside the big house is not easy. They're trailing by 9 to Michigan State. In case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Barrett. Gets it out fast. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like they haven't found those strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of
22. Kentucky will be forced to punt. At about the 37-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home out. They've run it well. They've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over. Don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Motion from the wide receiver. He'll pull it on the read. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a 1st down.
And I'd say, well, the defense has really contained that quarterback run all game long, but in a big spot in the 4th quarter, they let him out of the
they'll snap it from the 24. First down. They want to run it left here. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. The screen, he can go. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They'll use this play, the cake will be baked. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. And into the end zone. Takes it into the end zone. The epilogue, the finishing touch. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
Got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw just spectacular football. No mental mistakes.